Hi everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to more Nightmare Cup battles. We're trying out Poliwrath this time. Poliwrath is a Pokemon that I actually wanted to invest in. I think I had mentioned it before. I was hoping for a Water Cup just because I really wanted to use a Poliwrath. And just in general, just because I love the Pokemon, right? I mean, it's one of my favorite Pokemon. Absolutely love it. Ever since it got Power Up Punch, I always wanted to try it out, and now we have an excuse to. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the dominant Pokemon of the Nightmare Cup, or a dominant Pokemon in general, but it's still a Pokemon that I definitely had to try out. I knew I had to try it out regardless. One thing I will say about Poliwrath is, well, if you have Mudshot, that's probably the way to go. Unfortunately, I do not. So Bubble works as well. Bubble's actually good too. I wish it had Counter though, like other fighting types, because it basically loses against other fighting Pokemon because of Counter. Well, it depends. You know, but depends what fighting type you're going up against. But I would say it probably loses to like a Hitmonchan because Counter is going to be doing a lot more damage and whatnot. But it still charges up, Power Up Punch fast, and we also have Ice Punch. So, yeah, it's still a really solid Pokemon and a really good option for the Nightmare Cup, and one that I'm totally leaning towards using. It's not 100% yet, but I'm definitely leaning towards it. But anyway, we did win that first battle. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another battle. I do begin with Skuntank. He leads with Sneasel. Sneasel is an interesting Pokemon. It doesn't look like much, but that Avalanche does a lot of damage, and I realized that in the past battle, so that's why I went ahead and blocked that. So we do go ahead and use that Flamethrower right now. He's going to opt to block that, of course. So I'll switch into my Poliwrath. I don't have Counter, of course, but I knew I would be able to charge up immediately. He switches into Breloom. I mean, that switch does make sense. At first I was questioning it because I knew he knew I had Ice Punch, but then it's like, well, you know, it's a grass type against a water type, so it obviously does make sense. Breloom is another Pokemon I did want to try out as well, but right now he brings in his Toxicroak. This Power Punch is not really going to do much against his Pokemon because Toxicroak does resist other fighting moves, so that's why I really like Toxicroak for this cup, but he's going to go ahead and knock out Poliwrath. Thinking a little bit about it, deciding to bring in Skuntank, and that Mud Bomb is absolutely going to destroy me. So bringing in my last Pokemon, which is going to be a Toxicroak. I didn't want my Toxicroak to take the Mud Bomb, that's why I brought that in. He's going to get off that Avalanche, and he almost knocks me out, but we survive and we're able to pick up the win. Very close game, so he almost won thanks to that Toxicroak, but we had a Toxicroak of our own and we do end up winning. So definitely good game, definitely a good game. So this time I'm beginning with my Poliwrath. He does begin with his Toxicroak. Now, as I said, he's going to be doing more damage to me because he's part he resists fighting moves, so these like Power Punch moves. Well, I had Bubble, but like Power Punch wouldn't be doing much or whatnot. And you know, Counter's just a stronger move than Bubble in general. So we switch in and knock him out with Slowbro. Slowbro's an interesting Pokemon. Another one I'm considering. I'm unsure at the moment, but he brings in his Alolan Raticate, getting off that Crunch, doing a lot of damage. Perhaps I would have or should have blocked that. I don't really know. I decided to let my Pokemon go down, my Slowbro go down, because he couldn't do much against an Alolan Raticate anyway. He brings in a Slowking, knocks out my Poliwrath. My last Pokemon is that Alolan Raichu, and Alolan Raichu, loving this Pokemon, every second of it. I love using it, so probably a Pokemon that's going to be on my team. Probably going to be in my finalized video. That's obviously not confirmed yet, we'll have to see. But we're going to go ahead and block him up, just getting a lot of energy using this Thunder Punch right now. He's out of shield, so I knew that would knock him out, and his final Pokemon is going to be a Alolan Raticate, so we are able to get off that Wild Charge and finish him off. We did not get 3 rings. If we were able to get 3 rings, that would have actually knocked him out, but one more hit, one more spark was able to knock him out, so we do take that game. So Alolan Raichu is a fantastic Pokemon. I know this video is mainly about Poliwrath, but Alolan Raichu is awesome. I can't recommend it enough. Invest in that Pokemon, guys. You're gonna see it a lot during the Nightmare Cup battles. Definitely invest in it. So I switch into my own Alolan Raichu. He switches into Umbreon. Definitely a good switch on his end. Let me know if you guys want to see me use Umbreon. I do have one, just not with Last Resort for the Great League, so I could still use it. It's still a good Pokemon, I think, even without Last Resort, but I feel like you do do want Last Resort, but I do go ahead and use Thunder Punch. He's going to go ahead and block that. So even though it's a dark type, really holding our own, doing a lot of damage with these electric type moves. I pull for that wild charge and we're able to get it off just before he knocks me out. That actually doesn't knock him out because of how bulky it is. So Umbreon is so incredibly bulky, but at least we took most of it down. Poliwrath is able to finish it off. He switches into Slowking, which is what I thought would happen, so I just decided to go for the boost. I didn't really have many options, so I switched into Slowbro. I don't have any dark types right now. I don't have my Alolan Raichu. I don't have anything that can really hit that Slowking, so I was feeling out of options, so I really wasn't like playing much. I mean, I was playing, but I was like, I figured the game was over because I didn't really have many options against that Slowking. So, you need like really a dog type or Alolan Raichu to handle it. So he does go ahead and pick up that game. So really good game, really good game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into yet another game, beginning with Alolan Muck. This time he does begin with Toxicroak, so he outperforms me on leads. I'm going to use a couple moves, I guess, and then switch into Alolan Raichu. He switches into Cacturne, so really interesting Pokemon. I actually have one for the Great League, so perhaps another Pokemon I want to try. That Wild Charge does a lot to Cacturne. I didn't really expect it to do that much. I thought it would do a decent amount, but it did more than I thought. But he actually knocks us out, and right now we're going to block this, kind of expecting a grass move. I had no idea what Cacturne got. It hit me with Dynamic Punch, which I guess would have been okay. I don't know. He brings in Slowking, which is definitely going to counter my Poliwrath. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with Power Punch. I didn't know what to do, guys. There's nothing I could do. When I was able to switch, I got out of there and used Snarl with my Alolan Muck. He brings in his Toxicroak. Definitely using Mud Bomb. I'm going to go ahead and use Acid Spray right now. Having trouble getting those 3 rings, even 2 rings sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes it goes back and forth, guys. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's my phone. I probably sound like a broken record saying that. But there's a lot of new viewers coming in asking me why I don't get 3 rings. And that's why. But, you know, we'll keep on pushing forward. But anyway, he absolutely destroys me that game. So definitely a good game, definitely a good game. I can't wait for tomorrow's video, guys. I'm trying out a new Pokemon that I haven't tried out yet. I'm absolutely loving every moment of it. I'm not going to say what Pokemon that is. It probably won't come as a surprise to you, but it's such a good Pokemon. And I feel like it's definitely going to have a spot in everybody's team. You know, it might be a little bit of an investment, but it's definitely a solid Pokemon. Definitely one that I would probably recommend, but, you know, we'll see. Things could always change. But this time we have an Alolan Muck. He has a Drapion out. Using my Dark Pulse right now. We did hit him with Acid Spray, so, you know, that definitely helps us out. He's going to hit us with Aqua Tail right now, which will knock us out, but we're going to be able to knock him out because his defense was lowered. So Acid Spray is definitely a good move. I'm on the fence about that, but it is a good move right now. We switch into Alolan Raichu. He's going to go ahead and pull the switch into Toxicroak. We get off the Wild Charge. Definitely going to be doing a lot of damage to Toxicroak. Only getting those 2 rings. So if we got the 3 rings, probably would have knocked it out. But again, that's okay. We do go ahead and knock him out right now using Thunder Punch on the Slowking. And he's going to go ahead and block it. We did want to burn shields, both of his shields. That's why I'm just going for Thunder Punches instead of using all that energy and going for Wild Charge, of course. And right now, I'm using my Power Up Punch. This is not going to take him out. Now we're going to go ahead and use a shield. I kind of made a mistake here. I think I went for Ice Punch, which is what I should have done. So it does almost the amount of damage, but we got another Power Up Punch. I was trying to click it, wasn't able to click it, so I don't know, maybe I wasn't fast enough. I don't know if that was really a mistake or not. Maybe it wasn't a mistake. Maybe I just wasn't fast enough and whatnot. But that's okay. We lost 3 games in a row, guys. That's okay. This is a new cup to us, so we're learning the basics. I'm still playing Kingdom Cup matches on the side, so I'm kind of switching back and forth. For videos, we're doing the Nightmare Cup, so... But that's okay. Anyway, Alolan Raichu versus Toxicroak. This battle, I would say the Raichu has the advantage, although he does have Mud Bomb, so I'm not really too sure. I mean, it kind of can go back and forth depending on the shield usage and whatnot. But we do go ahead and use Thunder Punch right now, taking his shield. So neither of us have shields. So I guess this answers it. If you both use shields, I guess the Toxicroak is going to win, but that's okay because he's out of shields. I mean, I'm out of shields as well, but I'm going to go ahead, use that Power Up Punch to knock out Toxicroak to raise my attack, and now I'm expecting Slowking to come in. It doesn't come in, so I don't switch. He brings in Crawdon. Crawdon's going to hit me with a Night Slash, not doing much. Crawdon is another Pokemon I want to try out, and I do have one. Hitting him with Power Up Punch, absolutely knocking him out. So, yeah, we're going to wait to see what comes in. Going with Power Up Punch immediately, and it's going to be an Alolan Eradicate. So, looking pretty good at this point, looking pretty good. He does knock out Poliwrath, but we have an Alolan Eradicate of our own, and we're going to go ahead and use Crunch. And this should seal up the deal as it does, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one with an awesome Pokemon I can't wait to use. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.